This is Hatim Rampurawala, and in this video we will revise SA 510, that is initial audit engagement opening balances. Okay, so this is a much easy essay and simple essay, so we'll quickly revise. Meaning of the initial audit engagement. So what is the meaning of initial audit engagement? An engagement which in which the financial statement for the an engagement in which the financial statement for the prior period are not audited. So whether an engagement in which the previous financial statements are not audited, or where the or if they are audited, so they are audited by the preceded auditor, not the current auditor, by the preceded another auditor basically. So where the financial statement are not audited or are audited by the preceded auditor. Meaning of the opening balances: account balances that existed at the beginning of the period and also include disclosure existed at the end of the period. So basically the accounts that existed at the beginning of the period is the opening balances, and also includes the disclosure that existed at the beginning of the period. Okay, so now it is the whole essay has been divided into like audit procedure and the audit conclusion and reporting. So what we will do is, in relation to each and every audit procedure, we will see what is the audit conclusion and reporting. So for instance, opening balance, so what is the conclusion and reporting of opening balance? Consistency of an accounting policy, so what consistency of an accounting policy likewise. So we'll first see the audit procedure, opening balances. So the auditor for the verification of the opening balances, auditor should read the most recent financial statement. So from that he will get to know what were the closing balance of the previous financial year. So that should be basically the opening balance of the current financial year. So he will read the most recent financial statement and the auditor's report thereon. Second, in relation to opening balance, second point, obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence with respect to the existence of any of the material misstatement. So if there is any material misstatement, you should obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence with respect to the existence of any of the material misstatement by determining the correct brought forward of the, by determining what is the so that you should determine that what should be the correct brought forward of from the previous period financial closing balances, previous period closing balance, and determine the application of the appropriate accounting policies. So you should obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence regarding the with respect to the existence of the material misstatement by determining the correct brought forward of the prior period closing balance, and determining the application of the appropriate accounting policy. Third point, if the misstatement perform if any of the misstatement detected, auditor shall perform an additional procedure to determine their effect on the current period of financial statement. So if there is any misstatement has been detected in the opening balance, so he should perform the additional procedure to determine the impact of that misstatement in the current period of financial statement. And if the misstatement existed in the current period of financial statement, okay, so he is determining that whether the misstatement is there in current financial period or not. So if there is a misstatement existed in the current financial period, the auditor shall communicate to the management and TCWG. So now in relation to this, what is the audit conclusion and reporting, opening balances? So see the second point in audit procedure, they are given obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence. So now if auditor is unable to obtain appropriate audit evidence in opening balance we are reading, and if he is unable to obtain audit evidence, auditor will issue qualify or disclaimer of the opinion. And if the material misstatement which existed, which we read in third and fourth point, so material misstatement not properly accounted and disclosed. So if there is a material misstatement, so that should be properly reflected, properly accounted and disclosed in the current period of financial statement. And if it is not done basically, so if it is not properly accounted or not disclosed, then auditor will issue qualify or adverse report. So we are done with this opening balance. Now the second point, that is consistency of an accounting policy. So for consistency of an accounting policy, auditor will obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence with respect to the consistency of an application. He will obtain audit evidence that whether the same accounting policy has been continued, whether there has been a consistency in an application of an accounting policy, or proper accounting or the disclosure for the changes. So and if there is any change in the accounting policy, that has been properly accounted and disclosed. And now if there is any default in this, basically default in the sense inconsistency existed, so inconsistency is there, that that is the same accounting policy has not been followed, or the changes are not properly accounted or disclosed. See, if there is any changes, that is not an issue, but that change should be properly accounted and disclosed. So if that change is not properly accounted and disclosed, auditor shall issue qualify or adverse report. Then, and the last concept, that is modification in the preceding auditor's report. If there has been any modification in the preceding auditor report, if the financial statement of the preceding financial year are audited by the preceding auditor and he has issued modification in an audit report, so what the current period auditor should do is evaluate the implication of such a modification in assessing the risk of the current period financial statement. So he should evaluate the misstatement, auditor's report misstatement, effect of the modification in assessing the risk of the material misstatement in the current period financial statement, and if what will be the conclusion in reporting in this case. So if there has been a modification, so that modification remains relevant, on what basis the previous auditor has issued a modification that remains relevant and material for the current financial period as well. So it is material, and if it is still an misstatement and discrepancy which has not been rectified by the management basically, so if that modification remains relevant and material for the current period also, then the auditor shall modify the current year's audit report as well accordingly. So if there has been a modification in the previous report, auditor shall evaluate the implication of that modification in the current period risk of material misstatement of the financial statement, current period financial statement, and if that remain relevant, that if that remain material for the current period as well, the current period auditor shall modify the current audit report accordingly. So we are done with this entire essay 510. Thank you for watching the video.